We are live.
We are live. Hello, YouTube.
Hello, everybody.
I'll
Hopefully, people
start.
comment. If people comment on this, I can add them. So if you're listening right now, I can add you if you
We'll
comment.
keep an eye on the comments. We got one last time, and we didn't bring him in. Thomas, thank you. Come again.
Come again. Okay.
It is the Sports Hangover. I'm J-Dog. That's Mike. I'm in Denver. You're in LA. Things are happening.
Things are happening. It looks like the West Coast is the world's ending over here. I don't know if it's over by you, how hazy it is, but for the last 5 days, just a constant cloud cover and orange sun.
It's like really apocalyptic. Insane. Everything is happening at once. I'm in Denver. We had snow in early September. It was sticking to the tops of roofs. It was substantial snow. We go paddleboarding out in the Lake Dillon in the mountains. You can't see the mountains around you because there's so much smoke from the fires. It's like, how is all this happening? We're in the middle of a pandemic, health crisis, economy crisis, natural disasters everywhere. How are we going to get out of this?
Why didn't Sportstradamus predict this? Why didn't you let me know this was going to happen?
I did predict something else, though, right?
What did you predict?
What was that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
True. What was that?
We got to go back and look. I wrote them down so we could remember. I'll look back.
We haven't done a show in a few weeks. We've been getting a lot of comments on it. Shout out Lou. Shout out Bob. I was moving out. You were packing. You're moving as well. We only move when we both move. That's kind of the rule.
Yeah. We have an agreement where if you move, I move kind of thing. So we're
both moving. You can't move on your own. So we're both moving because a little shift in the podcast schedule. But the NFL's back. We're here.
NFL's back. Tonight it's kicking off. We're recording this on Thursday afternoon. We're 3 hours away from kickoff. Right? 3 hours? Something like that.
Sure.
It's about to kick off. And I'm excited. I finally, it took me a while to get back into it. It's something about it's gone for so long and I sometimes forget about it and I have to go back in, and we're doing the super contest. I know our big super fan Bob wanted to know if we're doing gambling.
Yeah. Do you have a backer? Do you have a rich friend backing you, or is he not in still?
So the super contest has been pretty popular. So there's a lot of ways to do it a lot cheaper now. So I'm in multiple contest entries. So hopefully it's good this year. I got some good picks. I feel like the first week you got to go by your gut feeling because it's really hard to understand.
Wait, your gut feeling or the listener's gut feeling? That's two different things.
I think my gut feeling, maybe a little mutual friend's gut feeling. It's not an easy week to predict because there's been no preseason games. We don't know anything. I predict a lot of injuries this weekend. So get ready for that waiver wire week 2 because people are going to get hurt.
You're right. It's so weird. The NFL starts tonight, but it doesn't feel like it. We haven't seen these players at all.
No.
People are going out and drafting Clyde Edwards-Helaire. How the hell do you know if he's going to be any good? You never seen him play. You didn't watch college football. You didn't see him play. So it's just It's a tricky situation coming into week 1, which starts tonight. There's very little buzz about the NFL. It'll be interesting to see the ratings and all that because I feel like I know people are at home and there's nothing to do, but not much buzz for it.
Well, it's kind of a wild weekend. On Sunday, I know we're going to have playoff hockey, probably playoff basketball, and the start of a football season. And this is kind of weird because we never have the playoffs going on when a regular season football game is starting. So this is a lot to digest. Last night I was watching hockey. Today I'm going to watch football. It's a lot. And I'm excited. So I got some bets. I know you got some headlines on the NFL. What do you got for me?
All right, a few headlines to kick off for tonight. So the game probably already happened if you're listening, and the Chiefs won big. It was clear that Mahomes was ready to go.
They're not winning tonight.
Well, it already happened, Mike. It already happened. So Mahomes threw several touchdowns.
Houston covered plus really 9.5.
Okay, well, we watched 2 different games. So there's 17,000 people at the game tonight in the Chiefs Stadium. So that's the first weird thing. What? There are 6 stadiums that have fans in them for week 1, and the Chiefs are one. 17,000 is kind of a lot. You say it holds 70,000, so that's almost a third of it will be full. Maybe a group of 3, then a little staggered group of 3. I know you're outside, cold. I don't know. I'm not going to NFL game.
No, I'm definitely not going to NFL games. There is something weird though. I didn't factor that in. That a lot of home teams aren't going to have it this year. Aren't going to have teams, fans. So it's going to hurt the home field advantage. And I didn't factor that into tonight's game. The home field advantage is probably going to be real in this home game.
Because you're plus 8 or 9 on the Texans. Well, that might be a preview. That's coming up in Mike's best bet.
Yeah, we'll see. But definitely wouldn't go to a game. Outside, I know it's pretty safe, relatively safe to go outside. I just wouldn't go to a game.
Mike, Sunday night, I'm flying in specifically for the Cowboys-Rams Sunday night game at SoFi Stadium, the new stadium, the newest stadium in the world, really.
Yes,
state of the art. You've been seeing it Every time you fly into LAX, you fly right over. You've seen it coming. You're not going to go to a game. You're not going to a game.
$7 billion. Wow. No, I'll pick you up I'll get you an Uber. You can come over.
Pick me up.
It's weird this whole season because the way, like, I feel like they're gonna test it out. Like, okay, you're gonna do this. Maybe we'll let some fans in. Now, Jeremy, I know we tried going to a game. Half the time when I'm actually allowed to go to a game, I don't really even want to go. Like, we much prefer
most of the time, Mike. Most of the time.
But don't you prefer sitting inside and watching Scott Hansen on the Red Zone? And like, God, this is great.
Yeah, I do, but it's an experience. When you go to the game, you know you're going to get the tailgate. You're going to eat some bad food that's really bad for you that tastes good. You're going to get drunk. You're gonna be loud. You're going to scream. It's an experience, and you don't do it as often as we used to as young people full of energy and life. But I still want to do that every once in a while. Overall, yeah, 80-90%. Give me Red Zone. But I'd go to a game or two a year if I was in LA.
I went to
SoFi down the road.
2 games. Well, we'll see if they ever open it up because that's mostly indoors.
Yeah, that's not one of the 6. It's not safe. I want to mention the Chiefs and a potential Super Bowl hangover for them. You know, they won the Super Bowl and then COVID hits. And it's like, what's the motivation for them during COVID when all these other teams are getting back in action, getting their home workouts in? The Chiefs probably didn't want to do that. The Super Bowl hangover is real. We've seen it time after time in the NFL and other sports. Mike, the Washington Nationals won the World Series in baseball last year. I know you know that. This year, they're in second to last place in the whole National League. The whole National League. They're terrible. Anytime a team wins a championship, they're less motivated unless they're the Patriots to come out and do it again. So my question, do the Chiefs have a Super Bowl hangover?
I just think that Mahomes has such a good head on him that he's the one that kind of leads the team. I don't think it even matters what else goes on. He has a good team. Andy Reid, maybe not the best time management coach in the world, but he's a good coach, and they have a lot of talent on that team. They have a lot of talent, and I don't see it going away. What, Mahomes is there for 10 years, right? He's in
10 years after, that's like 13 years he's committed to Kansas City. He's a part owner of the baseball team there, the Royals. He's so committed.
He's 100% committed. I don't see a hangover, but I do see some sloppy mistakes in the first few weeks of these games, and especially for the Super Bowl chance. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on you to perform and go out there and be, that team, but I'm worried about all the mistakes. I think this weekend's going to be scary for fantasy because these guys aren't playing full speed, and now they're all of a sudden going to play full speed. I mean, you wake up in the morning, you could pull an ankle just getting out of bed.
Not me. You have those problems.
Yeah, sometimes. I did get a new bed, by the way. It's very uncomfortable.
Oh, tell us more about it.
No,
it's so uncomfortable. Oh no! Did you buy it online? Of course.
No, I went to the store, went to Casper, and laid on the bed. And I was.
You laid on a bed in a store during a pandemic?
They sprayed it down. It was private showings only for the beds.
Private showings.
Yeah.
What else did you do?
It's very LA.
Private showings. I do think the Chiefs could have a Super Bowl hangover. I just want to be putting you on alert. I own Patrick Mahomes. I own Travis Kelce. I love Tyreek Hill. I love them all. Just putting you on alert that could happen in this weird COVID year. So that brings me to my next question. I don't know if you prepared for this. I hope you did.
I didn't.
Do you have a Super Bowl prediction for the folks?
This, you kind of think about it could the Bucs make a run, or could Drew Brees kind of do his last one? But I don't know if is it a team that we have to be talking about? The 49ers, they were good last year. Will they get better? Because I'm kind of thinking about, I'm watching a lot of hockey right now. The Lightning were supposed to be the best team last year, and they were out in one series. Yeah. This year, they're dominating everybody, and they're coming back. It looks like hopefully they can get all the way there. And I'm thinking, well, it could be the 49ers just because it's another year for Garoppolo. He's there working with it. I don't know what wide receivers are still left, but
Deebo Samuel's pretty good. Emmanuel Sanders isn't there. I don't know. Jimmy G, I feel like they got to the Super Bowl despite him, not because of him, right? They got there because of their defense and all their running backs were playing well.
But that's what I'm thinking this year. It's if he can make that leap, if Jimmy G can be the Jimmy G we all want to see that was, on the Patriots or something, this could be the year for them. And I think that's not a sneaky one, but why not the 49ers? Or why not? I don't know. There's so many teams. I couldn't even put a number on it, but I feel like I haven't seen anything. So it's all
so you're going 49ers. I know that's what makes it more challenging. 49ers to beat the who? Who in the AFC? The Patriots without Tom Brady?
No.
Cam Newton, your boy?
Listen, now this is weird. A lot of people are hot on the Bills. Incredibly hot on the Bills.
They're hot.
So hot. I don't
I mean,
believe
Peter
the hype.
King of NBC, one of the best writers out there, Mike, he picked the Dolphins to win the AFC East. Just as
That's insane. That's
another
insane.
side of that division.
I don't see the Dolphins doing it because I feel like halfway through the season they want your boy Tua in and they really want him to get
Which will
the
be
reps.
great. Why wouldn't they win with him?
Well, that's when you start tanking. That's when the season's over.
Oh, okay.
The Bills would be like a weird one, but it could be the Patriots. You never know about Bill Belichick. But also I want the Ravens there. Like I think the Ravens.
Say, can I mark you down for a 49ers over the Bills Super Bowl?
You can mark me down right now for that. Yeah, sure. I'll put that down for me.
It's a weird year. Why can't the Bills be there?
Exactly. Why can't they? I'm not on the Bills hype train, but let's see after the first week. It might change next week.
I respect it. I did prepare for this. It was my question, so of course I prepared. I picked the Dallas Cowboys. Mike, Dak Prescott under all of this pressure.
Joke.
Yeah, he almost choked on his water, people. I'm picking Dak. I know you love him.
Oh God!
You're not finding any sound clips.
He's
so disappointed.
There it is. I was like looking for it. There's the sound I wanted.
I'm taking Dak. He's under so much pressure. They signed Andy Dalton. It's like, oh my God, Dak's last year. He has so many freaking weapons. He's got Zeke. He's got Michael Gallup. He's got Amari Cooper. He's got CeeDee Lamb. He's got your tight end, Jeff Swaim, who you love so much. Mike, he's got many weapons. I think Jason Witten's still in the league in Las Vegas, which is another weird story.
He is a Raider right now.
So I just think I saw this great stat also going into fantasy drafts in case you have one now.
Give it to me.
The Cowboys averaged more yards per play than the Kansas City Chiefs last year. That's a tough one to argue with. And it's explosive offense. You can go tit for tat with those two offenses. I think a Cowboys-Chiefs Super Bowl would be one of the most memorable in recent memory, but I don't think it's going to happen because of the Super Bowl hangover. Go ahead.
Can I just ask you this? Do you not all right, if we say Garoppolo for sure has a higher ceiling than Dak, I think we've seen Dak's highest ceiling, and I don't think the Cowboys.
Who's saying that? You're saying that?
I'm saying that right now. I'm just saying.
I would never say that. Dak's going to get paid so much more than Jimmy G. Jimmy G was inaccurate in the Super Bowl. You've never seen Dak Prescott inaccurate.
Jimmy G is paid. He's got that
because his head coach likes him, and he looks good. He's a good-looking guy.
So
you know what Cowherd said?
Good-looking guy.
Good-looking quarterbacks are the successful ones. That's what Cowherd says. It's psychology.
Okay. All right. I just think Dak has peaked and we're not going to see much better from him. That's it.
You're about to be wrong because this year is going to be epic. And starting Sunday night when they go on the road and beat the Rams on Sunday Night Football. We'll get to your picks in just a second.
You really just wait till we have that. Who are they playing?
We're playing the Ravens. I am taking the Ravens. I would love to.
Can we put it down?
There. Yeah. So I got Cowboys over the Ravens. You got 49ers over the Bills, and we'll put some money on even though we never.
No, definitely. After this, we're gonna bet these two online. Okay. I'm gonna put them online.
I like it. Okay. So those are my picks. You want to get to your bets?
Yeah, let's do some bets. I got my music.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day.
Okay, we're gambling. Mutual friend and I are doing the super contest. We're in multiple versions of it, but there's one main one we focus on because some of the ones online, the odds change. And if you're doing the real super contest, they lock, and that's the key. They have to lock. If they keep fluctuating, the money moves. I can't predict it. You got to lock it on Saturday. So we lock our picks every day on Saturday. Today's Thursday. We still have 2 days for more information every day. I'm getting alerts. I have so many fantasy football alerts on my phone now.
Too much information. Could it be?
Too much. Well, I know. I just want to know if people are injured because, if I want to take the Broncos, which I might be on my list, there's, Von Miller being injured could be a big issue.
It's a big deal.
All right, let me start here. I'm going to start. This one's going to be weird, but I'm going to take the Washington football team at home playing Philly +6. Wow. I think this is just a value play here. Value play.
A home dog.
Home dog. A divisional dog too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Divisional dog at home. Washington has a semi-decent defense, and I think Philly needs to protect their valuable asset because they only have one quarterback left, Carson Wentz. They need to protect him. They're going to play slow. They're going to feel it out.
And they have more than one quarterback left. Josh McCown, did you see this story? He was signed to be the emergency quarterback to stay in Dallas, to work out in Dallas, and he gets $12,000 a week.
I know.
To be the emergency quarterback in case COVID hits the Eagles.
So I just feel like this is what's going to help Washington kind of I don't think Washington by any means is a good team. I don't think they're going to even win the game.
Mike,
but I think yes.
Can you name one starter on the Washington Redskins?
I can't name anybody. I can't name a goddamn person. I can't name anybody. I know.
You're taking them. Your first pick. They're an anonymous team, just like their team name. They're all anonymous.
My boy, Adrian Peterson just left. He was my one key player there. Now Alex Smith is still there, right?
Oh, you named the Redskin, yeah.
No, Washington football team.
Oh, I'm sorry, Washington. You named the Washington.
So listen, I think this is just a value play here. I'm not saying Washington is a good team, and I cannot name anybody. Next week, I'll try to name a receiver or two.
Yeah, but Terry McLaurin's a good receiver. Some people own him in fantasy. Dwayne Haskins is starting at quarterback.
Yes, I know him.
Our mutual friend loves the running back. Gibson, I think it is. A high flyer in the fantasy drafts. Got scooped up high.
No, not worth it.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't love that pick, but I guess you could.
All right, next one. You're going to hate this one. I'm taking the Rams at home. They're getting 3 points against your Cowboys.
-3.
-3. No, +3.
Oh, +3. Wow.
They're home dogs.
You're all over the home dogs this week.
Taking some home dogs. Here we go. Home field advantage right now should be 70% of what it was. So if we're factoring that in, okay, they should still be getting. I mean, I think
2
they're
points
even,
instead of 3 for the home team, right? That's what we're calling
maybe
that?
like 1.5, something like that. Like 1.5 for home team. I think home teams have the advantage here because of travel and COVID. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're not going to have the same amenities. You're on the road. Dallas is traveling. It's not going to be comfortable. So I like a lot of home teams this week. And then Dallas, new coach. You can't have a new coach come in and think you're going to beat Sean McVay in the first week. You're not playing. What are you going to say?
I'm not a Mike McCarthy guy. I'm not, but I'm certainly not a Jason Garrett guy. And that's why they're going to be better this year, because Jason Garrett is not holding Dak back. Yes. He did it for years.
I agree. I think this is the week to play against them. I think in 3-4 weeks, Cowboys might be a little better.
Okay. All right.
I'm saying right now we're gonna go with this. Then this is, I've been really into like circadian rhythm, all that kind of stuff. Listen, you're getting on routines. You're in a different state. It's hard for you to sleep and wake up. Dallas traveling west. I know it's not a big change. I know you're different, but it's hard. Going west. Dallas is going to be playing the late game. It's going to be a little later for them. Usually they practice during the day. I'm not saying this is like a big factor, but some guys might not be as amped up as they would be playing a 1:00 game. So that's my reasoning for why I'm taking the Rams at home.
Obviously, I disagree. You're picking against my Super Bowl pick. You're 0 for 2 today. It's fine. The thing I would say about the Rams is last time we saw Sean McVay, that offense was not cooking. Now, we got rid of Brandon Cooks to try to solve the problem. I don't think Brandon Cooks was the problem. Did they replace him? No. It's only Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. They drafted another running back, Cam Akers. Gurley's gone. Now they have 2 young running backs. The tight end, Higbee, I think is a sleeper. I think he's going to catch a lot of passes because Goff's going to be under pressure. I just don't like the Rams offense until I'm proven otherwise. And McVay's a genius. I know he's going to figure it out, but until he does, I'm kind of off that.
It's going to be, I'm going to go 5-0 this week, and you're going to be,
I hope you do. I hope the people choose a side one way or the other.
All right, here's my next one. I'm taking the Bills -6 at home against the Jets.
Yeah.
The Jets are a mess.
That's an easy pick. The Jets should pick number 1 overall next year, right?
The Jets, all right, so yesterday, texting mutual friend, we're like, oh, what's blah, 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 texting back and forth. He thinks the Jags are going to be the worst overall team this year. And I said possibly the Washington football team.
Washington football team's good. The Jets are good. Is there a bet for that? Is that what you're saying?
There's a $20 bet on the table right now for it. So keep
good. I like that pick. That's a good one. Josh Allen's going to have a big year. I like the Bills roster. Good stuff.
Oh, look, we have somebody here. Look at that. Oh, Bob is on.
Oh, Bob. Hey, J-Dog.
All right, good.
Thanks,
okay,
Bob.
next pick. I'm taking the Broncos +2.5. They're playing the Titans. Here's my whole thought behind it. Recency bias, right? We saw the Titans go into the playoffs and destroy the Patriots. And I think everybody's coming in thinking that. I do by no means think the Broncos are a good team, but they have a solid defense. They were in a lot of games last year, getting 2.5 points at home. Then the greatest stat of all time from last year. This is a winner. You bet this one blindly.
Yeah.
Denver is 20-4 at home week 1 and 2. The theory is everyone's out of shape. You're playing in high altitude and you're coming to Denver. You play.
Mike, You're exactly right. I flew into Denver.
Print the money.
You're so right. I flew into Denver on Friday. Saturday morning goes out on a hike.
Yeah.
Not in the worst shape. I'm not obese. You're looking at me. YouTube viewers are looking at me. I'm fine. Coming to altitude,
Stand up, take your shirt off.
I was not fine, Mike. I was not fine. I was huffing and puffing. My lungs were burning.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the hardest hike. It wasn't a 14er. It was just like the adjustment. And now if I feel like I go do it again, I'm used to it. I've been here for a week. The Broncos players are fine with it. But the visitors coming out of the gate, coming out of summer, no, they're gonna lose it.
Love it.
It is a Monday night game. It's a Monday night game here, right down the road from me. Beautiful looking stadium. No fans though.
No fans. Are you
Week two, the Bucs are gonna be here, Mike, and there are gonna be fans for Tom Brady in Denver's.
Oh, that's not. Tom Brady's not gonna do too well out there. No. All right, next game. I'm taking San Francisco -7. No. Wait, hold on. I'm taking Cardinals here. What am I doing? I highlighted the wrong team.
Oh my gosh.
I'm taking the Cardinals +7 on the road, playing in San Francisco. But I felt we have like a stat in our little thing. Play the divisional dogs. It's like over 56%.
So the Cardinals are at home. They're hosting the Niners, your Super Bowl champion pick, and you're taking the Cardinals.
I am taking the Cardinals. The Cardinals are getting 7 points. That's a lot to lose by. You could lose by 6.
And that's in. Are you sure that's in Arizona?
I thought it. Hold on.
Why would they be a 7-point dog at home? Because I like the Cardinals a lot this year. I think Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins and Kenyon Drake, they're going to make the playoffs. I really believe that.
Arizona. Yeah, no, they're playing in San Francisco.
Oh, in San Francisco.
Yeah, they're playing in San Francisco. San Francisco's -7 at home.
So they're a road dog. Yeah, I still like it. I like it. There's no fans, so there's no home field.
So even if home field, so if you're saying home field was in full effect, would this be 2 points less, or would it be like 9
or 10? Yeah, so you're getting some value on that. I think the Cardinals are going to have a big year. Remember, I wrote the blog on thesportshangover.com, and Kyler Murray, top 10 quarterback, and Reddit freaked out on me. Reddit was coming after me. I didn't feel safe for a few days. They were coming at me for the Kyler Murray selection. I'm telling you, with Hopkins, with Kenyon Drake, they got Chase Edmonds, Larry Fitzgerald still there, Christian Kirk. Is that the Cowboys offense or the Cardinals? That is a stacked offense.
Stacked.
The Cardinals are going to have a great year.
I can't even believe I got Hopkins in our Hollywood draft. It was insane.
Such a good pick. Such a good
deal. That's it. So those are all my picks for this weekend. I'm discussing with my partner in crime to figure out if these are solid picks. But for right now, I did bet these games just in case. But that's what I
agree on 3. You started out a little slow, but you caught up to me. So I agree on 3.
I know you didn't like Washington.
It's okay. Well, they don't have a team name. Let's play Guess That Tweet.
All right.
Let's play Guess That Tweet.
It's our favorite game, and it's back for week 1 of the season. Here's the tweet, and I have a blank in it. I want you to tell me who you think the blank is. It should be pretty easy. We'll see. Okay. Blank on how he will use the Chiefs Super Bowl ring that he just got. Quote, you wear it for special occasions, or if you want a free cheeseburger, you just point right there and show him that ring, and you might get one.
Who said that?
Who said that? Who said that?
Who's pointing to the ring and getting?
You wear it for special occasions, or if you want a free cheeseburger, you just point right there and show them the ring, and you might get one. Who would say?
I have no idea who would have said that. What context is this? Like,
it's a real quote. He's excited.
Is that Travis Kelce? I feel like Travis Kelce is really the only one that goes out like and talks in public.
No, it's Andy Reid. Andy Reid. Come on, the big man. Travis Kelce would order.
Can you read it with his name in it? Because it didn't. Did he say his name?
Yeah. So I'll say so. Andy Reid on how he will use the Chiefs Super Bowl ring that he got tonight.
Okay.
So makes sense. Andy Reid's a big dude. Makes sense. Free cheeseburgers and good for him. If I had a Super Bowl ring, I would try not to pay for anything ever again.
Especially if you're in your
hometown.
Food or beer. People just give it to you for free. Why not?
Would you live in Kansas City, which doesn't sound like the most fun time, if you had a Super Bowl ring and you could point to it to get free food and drink all the time?
Would they for sure know I was a player at some point?
Yeah, you look like a skinnier Travis Kelce yourself.
So if I was there, how long would this last? Is this like
can you give me 3 years in Kansas City?
3 years in Kansas City, and it'd be able to get a lot of
free
stuff.
Food and drink. Yeah.
It'd be tough because how much is it just like at weird diners and stuff, or do I always have to go out? Like my Postmates guy isn't going to give me free food.
No, it's not Postmates. You got to go out and get
Postmates. I'd say no. I don't think I'd do it.
So well, I could do a year. I don't want to live in Kansas City. Sorry if anyone does.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Do you have Scandal City?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh.
Time to dig up the dirtiest stories around the sport world in this week's Scandal City.
We saw a disturbing story this week. It was right after Labor Day. We're all coming back to work after the Labor Day holiday, the 3-day weekend, and we got hit with some shitty news, Mike. Odell Beckham Jr. likes to be pooped on. I can't make it up. So his ex-girlfriend, I guess, went on a radio show and broke the news. I think it looked like the same show. Remember the Bucks, the NBA team? It looked like the same camera moves and setup. I think it was the same show. They're
Do you
just
think
breaking
that dude's just paying these girls to say some crazy shit so he gets on press out of it?
I don't know. I haven't heard Odell this week. He hasn't really denied it.
No, he did say stuff. He tweeted "Oh, what a shitty situation." I think he was joking about it. I don't know if is pooping on somebody a real thing. Is that people who go out and do that?
I'm afraid to say too much here. This makes me uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. It's not a real thing in my book, but apparently
it's not a real
for
thing
the rich
in my
and
book
famous.
either.
I mean, you had to spice it up. I guess the regular stuff just doesn't do it anymore.
I think it's fake news. I don't think it's real. But good for that podcast.
You don't believe it. Wow.
Shout out to that podcast for getting some good.
Yeah,
press
if we have
because-
any women that want to make claims about famous men and their sex lives, even if it's not validated, if you have a story, come on over. Send it our way. Jump into the comments right now.
We'll
tweet us at TSH Podcast. We're on Instagram. Do the whole thing.
We need some press. We'll make an OnlyFans or something.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I just have some headlines I figure we get to.
Okay.
We're just hanging out. Song in the summer. Do you know what it is? Could you guess what the song in the summer is right now?
Is it something from Taylor Swift's new album?
Absolutely not.
Is it Harry Styles' Tastes Like Summer?
Absolutely not.
What is it?
You don't know what it is?
No, I guess not.
It's the baby, the rock star.
Yeah. I don't like the baby that much.
You don't like the baby.
What song though?
Rockstar.
What? How does it go?
Do I have to go find it real quick?
I feel like Taylor Swift put out a few good bangers, and then Harry Styles talking about Strawberry, and we all know what he's talking about.
I hate that song so much.
Why?
It seems like it just repeats over and over and over again. Hold on, I'm looking for
Tastes Like Summer is like the actual lyric.
Here, we're gonna play it. We might get kicked off YouTube or something. I don't know.
Our listeners will like it.
Okay. Well, it's making me take a YouTube survey. All right, never mind. We're not gonna play the song.
I don't think we need that.
On in a second. It just froze on me. What else? Oh, this one's good. Jabroni was added to the dictionary from thanks to The Rock.
There's a few good words I used. Jabroni was one of them.
You used jabroni?
I used jabroni. There's idiots out there, and I call them jabronis.
Jabronis. It's a great word. Fans are also calling for Madden to NFL to drop Madden 21 because it sucks and people hate the game and they haven't done anything.
I think those are the people that don't like Colin Kaepernick in the game.
The game does suck. I bought it, unfortunately. It literally you played probably Madden 2018 or something.
Yeah, feels like that.
No difference. It's exactly the same.
Now, video games did get so good. Are we holding them to too high of a bar with the evolution of them?
I guess I'm looking for something new. I understand there's a core game and how you play it, but introduce something that's oh damn, you guys are really stepping it up. They literally doesn't seem like they've even tried anymore. Oh, we have power users that tell us this is what the rating system should be on this guy or that guy should be this. But there's nothing that makes me feel wow, you guys really took some time to figure out what you want to do. And kind of sucks.
That's not good. Not good. I just invested in Take-Two Interactive because NBA 2K is coming out, the new season. The new season was supposed to be starting soon. Instead, we're getting the playoff run. Not bad for NBA 2K, so we'll see how sales do there.
Have you played NBA 2K?
No, but people like it.
Last year's not great. This year's they make so much money off the in-game purchases because you upgrade your dude, you play online.
That's not worth it. I recently sold my PS4. I bought it during COVID, and then I sold it when I went nomadic. So it's gone.
Well, in November, you need to buy the new Xbox.
We'll see about that. We'll see.
It's going to come out in November.
Also in the headlines, Mike, the Milwaukee Bucks were eliminated from the playoffs by the Miami Heat. Giannis in the walking boot, not good for our brackets, not good for the Bucks, but also they were actually complaining that the reason they lost is because they didn't get to. Oh, we have a comment. Some stock talk. We can do some stock talk in a second here. Don't interrupt me, Bob. Jeez, I'm telling the story.
Bob, come on.
That was a comment on YouTube for our listeners who don't have a clue what we're talking about. So Giannis and the Bucks said that they lost in the bubble because they didn't get home field advantage like they earned throughout the season. They didn't have their fans supporting them. That is soft as shit, right?
That's super soft. Honestly, he's out next year. He's going to be a Laker or go on the Miami Heat or something like that. He's out. He's done.
Exactly.
He's done with that team.
Exactly. Bob,
Have you been
Take
watching?
Two Interactive. Now's the time to get in the market. So Bob reminded me, I was with Bob this weekend, by the way, that he has a finance degree. He has a finance degree, and we shit on his stock talk. Yet when we ask him for stock advice, he has nothing to say. So if you want to comment again on that, Bob, go for it.
Yeah, give us some stock picks. So what do you got? What are you doing right now? I know the market kind of dipped a little bit. Are you day trading still? What are you doing?
Yeah, it was a tough time when the market went down for about 4 days in a row. There was a tough time. Lost a little bit of my fortune. But you know what we do when the market goes down?
Buy.
You buy. So if the people out there just follow the simple rule, market goes down, you buy, market goes up, you sell, you'll always make money. It's actually a fact.
Is that a thing? Okay.
That's
how Warren Buffett does it, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
market goes down, buy. And it's not easy to do, right? You're seeing it go down. It's like, I'm panicking. I want to sell. Never sell on a red day.
Whoa.
Never buy on a green day.
Okay. Those are the rules to live by.
Bob's going silent on us here. Silent.
He did go silent. So yeah, there's nothing else we got. Well, Jeremy, that's all I got. Football's tonight. I'm excited. You'll be here in LA on Sunday.
Yeah.
We're going to go golfing. We're going to hang out. We're going to do some live podcast, which is, always our favorite thing to do is live podcast.
We do really well in person.
Yeah, we do really, really well.
Now, you're going out with someone tonight. You're going to his house. Are you going to be COVID safe for my arrival?
If he was COVID, I'm going to his house. There's going to be me, him, and his dog. Maybe his girlfriend. Oh,
he goes.
Another one.
He goes to work. Shout out to Big Lou. Pittsburgh sucks, but it's not that bad.
Well,
that's an interesting comment from Bob there. Sucks, but not that bad.
Did somebody hack Bob's account?
Hard to say both. Listen, Big Lou's a big-time listener. Big Lou was heading to the airport last Thursday, and he was looking for our show, is what he wrote in the comments section earlier. And we weren't there because I was moving.
You were moving.
And you know what I told him I was moving? He said, doesn't give a fuck, too.
He doesn't. And that's the way it should be. So we'll be giving out shows
should we do a little Steeler talk here? I love James Conner this year. I love Juju this year. I don't know about Ben.
A lot of people are saying that's another sleeper team too. Could go all the way. Could go to the Super Bowl. They got
their defense is pretty good.
I don't see it. I want to see all these games. Like I can't tell you a goddamn right now. All the teams look even minus like 3 teams that are really shitty.
Yeah.
And I don't think I don't know. It's really tough. Like, are the Bears going to be good? Does Big Dick Nick take over and lead the way? Because I think what's his name is still Mitch Trubisky.
I don't think the Bears will be very good.
Still starting.
No, I think the Eagles will be good. I think the Seahawks are always good. 49ers, Cardinals, Packers. NFC is much better than the AFC. Not many teams in the AFC.
All right, check out popline.co. Follow us on Instagram at popline.co. And if we want to rest some most reviews, hopefully we are back next week.